In this lesson, let's learn about the formulas for derivatives of trigonometric functions in differential calculus. 三角関数の導関数の公式. In differential calculus, there are three formulas for derivatives of trigonometric functions as shown on the right. Sin x prime equals cosine x, cosine x prime equals negative sine x, and tangent x prime equals 1 over cosine squared x. Since these are basic formulas, let's calculate them while combining with other derivatives. This time we will use this formula to solve the following example problem. Find the derivative of y equals sine 3x. First, let's organize the equation. In this example, it's easier to calculate if the equation is substituted and rearranged. Substitute 3x equals u. Next, we determine the formula to be used. This time we will use the formula sin x prime equals cosine x. Since we are dealing with the derivative of the composite function as we proceed with the calculation, y prime equals cosine u times u prime. Be careful not to simply use formulas. Next, we find the answer while rearranging the equation. The calculation is done by rearranging the equations such as adding back the substituted u. Therefore, y equals sine 3x. Sine 3x equals u. Y equals sine u. Y prime equals cosine u times u prime. Y prime equals cosine 3x times 3x prime. And y prime equals 3 cosine 3x. Therefore, we can derive the answer y prime equals 3 cosine 3x. Now let's solve a practice problem. Find the derivative of y equals cosine of sine x. Press the pause button and try to solve the practice problem. Once you are finished, press the resume button and mark what you got correct. Now let's check our answers. This problem is first substituted with sine x equals u. This time we will use the formula cosine x prime equals negative sine x. We will calculate the derivatives of the composite functions, paying attention to the derivatives of composite functions. This time we will use the formula sin x prime equals cosine x. The substitution makes it clear which formula to use. Therefore, the answer to this problem is y prime equals negative sine of sine x times cosine x. There are three formulas shown on the right regarding the derivatives of trigonometric functions in the differential calculus. But as you've discovered, when solving the examples and exercises, you must consider them in light of the derivatives of the composite functions. We must be careful in our calculations to avoid simply applying the formulas. We should be able to use the formulas to perform calculations quickly. That concludes this lesson.